Yeah, it's a great album. You know, like I say, I think it's his best album. I'm not a sort of, you know, a die-hard Numanoid or anything, and they would probably disagree with me. But I actually think it's a beautiful album. It's really, I love the way it's really personal. You know, he's dealing with these issues like love and loss, and you know, depression and anxiety attacks and all this sort of stuff. So it's a very personal album. Plus, it's got some amazing sounds on it. You know, it's sort of harking back to a more electronic album in places. You know, with some great production work from Ace Fenton and some lovely analog sounds and stuff, which I love. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a great album. Really like it. All the stuff that he's talking about, or singing about on the album is you know, it's kind of what the film's about, really, because he was dealing with this stuff when we were filming him. He was writing these songs and recording these songs and kind of getting his head around these themes for the first time himself, and all of that comes across in the film. So it's a very raw delivery from Gary when he's talking about depression and his love for Gemma and all that stuff. It's a really raw thing because it's the first time that he's kind of been dealing with this stuff. First time he's been talking about it. You know, I mean, when the album came out, he was kind of well versed on all the subjects. You know, he's well versed on how to talk about his depression and his sort of years where he, you know, in the wilderness and on antidepressants and so on. He kind of got used to it by the time the album had come out. So he was, you know, his delivery was a lot more slick. Whereas when he talks to me in the film, you know, it's a lot more, you know, it's a lot rawer, more raw and sort of more honest and very intimate as well. And I think that's what people really. That's certainly one of the things that people really like about the film. You know, it's very intimate and heartfelt. So we caught him at the right time, really, for that. And I think he was very keen to get his story out. There's no doubt about that. It was kind of therapeutic, I think, for him. We would spend sort of, you know, an hour and a half or whatever sitting in the quiet part of his garden, and it would be a bit like going to a shrink. I think, you know, he would just sort of pour his heart out to me. About, you know, not just heavy stuff, but also a lot of funny things as well. But, you know, those sessions that come out really well, where his face is really big in the screen, you know, and his eyes are really piercing, and you know, you can feel this honesty that's coming out of him, which, you know, it's quite a moving experience, really, to film and to watch.